Welcome to Film Study, an All-American Universe podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to, let me know your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe, share, rate the podcast 5 stars, all of that great, great stuff. Sorry, this is coming a little bit late this week, the new episode is airing tonight. But here are me and Hailey's predictions for episode 209 of Homecoming, episode Hard Place. Hope that you enjoy our thoughts. Here they are. Hard Place. Healing, Simone struggles with trying to balance her new duties and her loyalty to Nate, leaving her to question if she made the right decision. Marcus sees that Thea is struggling on the court and offers to help her in an unexpected way. Or offers her help in an unexpected way. Damon tries to keep the baseball team focused as they inch closer to a big achievement. Meanwhile, Cam isn't sure if pledging is for him, leaving JR to reevaluate his fraternity strategy. Michael Schultz directed the episode, written by Allison McKenzie and Christopher Horte. Airing next week, 209. First, only because I just thought of this. I feel like the baseball team, and maybe they did a hint of this in the first scene of this episode, is that the baseball team is going to let success get to their head a little bit and try to party and, live it up with their new status as being good or whatever. And that's, what Damon is trying to help them. Why Damon is trying to help them keep focus.
I'm actually proud that Damon is letting that get to his head.
Yeah. But he's always been kind of serious, too, and always been just like, I can go to a party
Damon
or I can
is
not.
also, a little bit cocky in the same way.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. You're not wrong. That's true.
He's growing.
He is growing. He's growing a lot. Cam isn't sure if pledging is for him. I just think both, and let's do Marcus and Thea, because I feel like the Cam Simone story is going to overlap a little bit. Obviously, Marcus is going to notice that Thea
never thought I'd have to deal with the Marcus and Thea storyline. I'm going to be real. Never thought this. That was not in my deck of cards. But
I feel you are like have the straightest dry humor. You just said it so plainly, and I know how much that it actually irks you, but you were like, never thought I'd actually think I'd see a Thea and Marcus storyline. It's just like there's so much behind those words. Like
I'm so serious.
I know you are.
That's never in my days. So,
oh my gosh.
Marcus and Thea. Marcus has obviously mental health struggles, as we saw last season, and I think he'll see himself within Thea, and he'll want to be as a father figure to her.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think this is going to be his new role, right? Amara can't necessarily do it. Obviously, she had to do the whole pancakes with the president thing and open it up to all of campus so they can have their family dinners again or whatever. But Marcus, he's not president, so he can be there for the kids.
And it's interesting because even within the AA universe, we don't see a lot of male mentoring of the younger girls.
That's true. So I'm very excited for this dynamic. I think that they tried to sort of introduce it a little bit with Billy. I mean, obviously it's his daughter, but they try to introduce it a little bit with Billy and Liv this season of All American. And so now it'll be interesting to see Marcus and Thea and how that shakes out. And I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for her. It's somebody new, somebody fresh to talk to her. Yeah, because
I don't think she's had a scene with him.
I don't think so either. He's going to say one of his speeches and she's going to be like, hey, who are you? I'm kidding. No, it's going to be... I'm excited to see their dynamic together.
I think they'll have a fun rapport.
No, me too. But yeah, Simone, Nate, Cam, JR. I think Loyalty to Nate. I'm assuming this is actually, I just thought about this. It's going to be about the presidency, going to be about campaigning, maybe helping her put up posters across campus. But what Simone is going to be struggling with is rushing for PKZ, as Cam is struggling with rushing for KEK. And like fraternities. I think they're gonna try to get in a storyline about like hazing and things like that, and just like fraternities overdoing it. And I think that there's been regulations
Yeah, for sure.
in the past couple of years, especially probably in the last like 5 to 10 years, that have really sort of come down on like insane fraternity rushing and stuff. But it's TV, so they're gonna like still
It's gonna be, yeah.
they're gonna try to be a little bit extreme with it.
You know, interesting if Simone and Nate's relationship takes a turn,
It would be interesting
because Simone has never. I mean, we're still in season 2 of the show, but in terms of those relationships, Simone has always had Nate and Keisha, and I feel like eventually there will have to be a shakeup.
I agree. I'm one person that's just like, how can you mess with relationships? What are relationships that haven't been challenged yet? I'm that person.
When it's challenged. Like,
I love when relationships are challenged.
It makes it so much better to me.
It makes it more rewarding because it's like then you see that they you see that they can get past hard times and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. And I like across the board. This is another college show, The Sex Lives of College Girls. I was, spoiler alert, very excited to see how they, not necessarily excited for the cause of it, but very excited that we were finally going to get some tension amongst the girls, because I feel like they've been sort of too happy as a unit. They haven't had any conflict. And I lived with like 6 or 7 other girls. And I'm like, that's not realistic at all. Like, it's not realistic at all.
I think what the show is, like, what the A universe is learning in general is working with the inner relationships that they already have.
Yeah.
Instead of having outside factors.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I just love looking at that. Like, love looking at the interdynamics between folks and challenging it in that way. And I think that they started that in a big way in 4B, and I think that they've just sort of expanded on it since 4B to 4B 1A. Yeah. Well, not really 1A, but it started in 2.
Yeah. But I genuinely think Simone and Keisha will be the big fallout.
Really? Why?
Because I feel like Simone and Keisha have this thing of...
They're both headstrong people.
Even in season 1, when Simone was dealing with Jordan and Damon...
And her feelings, and Keisha would just be like,
push.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
I can see them having, like, a big falling out over
that
them
would actually
just
be
both
so interesting.
Being headstrong and like not giving up.
They are very headstrong. And
then Nate is definitely the person in the middle, and that fits her personality so well because she loves them both so much.
It does. No, it's gonna be interesting because again, Simone has only had like many disagreements, and it was before they sort of like they had a relationship, don't get me wrong, but it was before it was where it is now. In terms of
it's stronger.
Early on it was like, oh, Keisha, can you like your dad is a physician, like can you get him to help me? Or it was like, Nate, I don't want anybody misgendering you, and Nate being like, you need to calm down a little bit because I can take care of myself. And so it was like in those, and I'm not belittling those those situations, but it was like in those sort of small, sort of very quick, sort of easily resolvable disagreements. But this is just like, we've been friends for like we've been friends for like a semester and a half now. Like we know each other, so now we can really sort of we can step on toes without
They are comfortable.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I'm actually really excited for 2B because I feel like 2A was a lot of establishing, and so now we get to.
I feel like the second half of seasons is when they really get to
get their stride. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Get their stride. No, I agree. So I'm excited. Thanks for being on. This was fun.
Also, there will be a moment between Simone and Damon at the end of this
next episode. Oh, that's a prediction. That's a bold prediction. I wouldn't be mad at it. And watch Lando be peeking out the corner, just like.
Watch Lando just staring at this.
Just like he was. No, but cool.
Just mad.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned for the next episode.